everyone, I'm Sarah from Everyday Starlet. Welcome to my channel. Today I am reviewing my primer collection. Now, if you've been following along with my channel, and you should be, you know I've been going through my makeup collection and doing a kind of little vlog style test of each of my makeup products. I've been through concealers, under eye correctors, all my foundations, which was epic. Now I'm doing primers. I have a love-hate relationship with primers. I love primers, but most of them just do not work on my skin. I have the ultimate insensitive skin. So my primer collection is limited because the minute that one gives me any kind of difficulty, I just like toss it. It's gone. So I don't have a huge selection of primers. This will be great for anyone to see how the primers hold up throughout the day, but also especially for you sensitive people out there who need sensitive skin primers. If these will work on my skin, honey, they'll probably work on yours. All I'm saying. So if you want to see my primer collection, how they wear, how they hold up throughout the day, then just keep watching. Okay, so the first primer I'm going to start with is the Too Faced Hangover Primer, which a lot of people love. Today is kind of a casual day. I have done my usual skincare routine, which I can link my morning skincare routine to this video. It smells amazing. But it feels a little bit more like moisturizer. And for the sake of comparison, I'm going to use my Too Faced Born This Way foundation with all of them just to be consistent. Now, I don't know if this primer has my foundation going on quite as smoothly and flawlessly as it does with like my other Too Faced primer, which is my favorite, which I will try later on in this process. But so far, I think it looks good. My skin feels good. It feels nice and hydrated. We'll see how it goes throughout the day. Okay, so I thought I would do a primer check-in. My skin doesn't look quite as smooth as it normally does, I feel like, in this foundation. I mean, it's not bad. I feel like with other primers, in combination with this foundation, my skin looks a lot more flawless. My skin feels very hydrated, but doesn't necessarily feel like it's as long-lasting. I guess, I don't know. I don't know if something can feel long-lasting. I don't know, my face doesn't necessarily feel quite as like smoothed out, but it does feel nice and hydrated. And am I getting a line? Yeah, I'm kind of getting a foundation line in my neck. Ladies, if you're a little bit older like I am, you know you don't want that. So yeah, I mean, I think if your skin is really dry and needs hydration, this might be a good option for you. I don't think it's going to be like a long wearing primer, just my opinion. I'll try to check in again later. Okay, so final verdict on this primer. I mean, it does give my skin a nice glow, but I also don't feel like my foundation is quite as secure. You know what I mean? Like, it's hydrating. I feel like this is a great primer if you have dry skin. It's excellent if your skin just gets really dehydrated, or, you know, again, it's called Hangover Primer, so, you know, I guess if you're hungover, that kind of thing. I don't think it's great for days when you're like, I need a long wearing primer and need my makeup to last all day. But if your skin is feeling like dry or dehydrated, you know, or you had a late night or something like that, and it does smell nice, so it's a nice invigorating smell. So again, it's got its good points, it's got its bad points. Okay, so today on my concealer journey, I am trying the Kat Von D Lock-It Featherweight Primer Base. All about the base. This is similar packaging to the, I don't have it handy, but the Kat Von D foundation, which I already reviewed. And it has this little thing that you pull off, which is gonna get lost. I mean, I'm probably already lost the foundation one. It's an interesting packaging, I gotta say. It says hydrating, water-based, weightless, fragrance-free, oil-free. Good to know. And it's like a pump. It's an odd pump, but it's a pump. It comes out kind of, well, it's a little bit like Elmer's glue. This actually feels really nice on the skin. I mean, my cheeks are a little red, but they're not super red, which some primers tend to make them like really red. I was surprised because it was kind of like a white cream that I didn't think it would blend in as nicely, but it does still give my skin like a smooth feeling. So far I'm impressed, but I'm about to film a makeup tutorial, so I will do that, do the rest of my makeup, and I'll update you later in the day. Hey guys, so I just filmed, ooh, and this lighting, this looks heavy. I just filmed a makeup tutorial and when the lighting's better, this would look better. Here's the thing, like my makeup looks a little cakey right now, but I think it's the powder that I put on for this particular tutorial. I use the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette to do like an intense contour, and the powder gets a little clumpy. When I put the foundation on, which I used my Too Faced Born This Way foundation like I'm using with everything, so I kept that consistent, it did go on quite nicely, so I will say that. My skin doesn't feel red, it doesn't feel irritated, which is really rare for me with primers. Primers usually really irritate my skin. So I'm actually loving the way it feels. It's just my makeup feels heavy and cakey right now because of the things I put over it. But yeah, other than that, I'm really, really pleasantly surprised with it so far, but I will definitely check in a little bit later in the day. Okay, so I have had this makeup on for quite a while now, and I over powdered, I have to admit. I was playing around with baking for this makeup tutorial. So I'm trying not to judge the primer on how my skin looks necessarily, because the makeup and the powder has clumped. But as far as the foundation, like my skin feels good, which it doesn't always with a lot of primers. My skin feels very sort of red and irritated. And the actual foundation, the coverage stayed very even. Like my skin doesn't feel overly greasy or anything, or like overly shiny. I definitely am impressed with this primer, and I feel like I'm definitely gonna give it another try on like a regular day, but it's definitely staying in my collection. Okay, so today's primer is going to be the Cover FX Calming Primer. My face is normally pretty red, as you can tell. I don't think it really calmed it down all that much. I mean, it feels nice. I don't know if my skin feels like especially smooth. I forgot to dampen my beauty blender, so I'll be right back. And I'm back. And my skin looks good. I mean, I don't know if it especially toned down any redness or anything like that, but it definitely didn't make my face more red, which a lot of primers do. And I do like the way that my foundation is like sitting on my skin. Sometimes with like calming primers or sensitive skin primers, they can be really greasy, and I feel like heavy and the foundation just kind of sits on them because it doesn't absorb enough into the skin. So I'm gonna powder this and then I'll update you a little later. Okay, so I got totally distracted with work today and completely forgot to do my afternoon update. So the lighting is not great in here, but I do have to say, I mean, I am a little shiny, but not overly. My foundation held up really well. I didn't put on any other makeup today besides foundation because I was just working from home, but I think it held up pretty well. I mean, I don't know if it calmed my redness down, but it didn't make my face feel redder. You know, I think it's a decent primer. I don't think it's like, you know, blowing me away. I think it's working pretty well, so it's decent. I mean, I don't think it did anything like overly exceptional, like tone anything down, but it didn't make me more red, so that's really all I can ask for. So another primer day. I do want to say that I've kind of got some breakouts going on, and I don't want to say it was because of yesterday's Cover FX, the calming primer, but I don't know. I'm leery. I didn't really do anything else different. I don't want to say it's because of it because I don't know for sure, but I don't know. My skin is a little bumpy today. It's gonna be a rocky road day. So today I'm actually trying a makeup primer makeup. Yeah, that is actually very expensive, and I got this sample probably from Sephora. So I thought I would give it a try. It is the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer Broad Spectrum SPF 15 Oil Free. I'm gonna try this sample, see if it lives up to the hype. It actually, you probably can't tell on camera, but it has like, I feel like it has kind of a blue tint to it. Yeah, it's not quite a shimmer. It goes on really smooth. Like, I mean, other primers go on smooth, but this goes on like, like my hands are just like, I almost feel like they're gonna slip off my face because it's like so slippery. So that went on real nice, I gotta say. I'm almost hoping I don't like this because I know it's really expensive, but I don't know. See how it looks under foundation. Okay, I am so far I'm liking the natural glow, and I'm liking how my foundation is sitting on the skin with this on. I haven't powdered yet, but I'm going to finish my makeup and then I will keep you posted a little later on. Hey guys, so I've been just working at my laptop, doing my thing, and so I thought I would do a check-in on my primer so I don't forget. My skin is kind of bumpy and I think that's from yesterday, but ooh, okay, I've got some creasing here that I don't normally have, and I don't know, my skin looks good. I mean, it does feel greasier. Like my foundation doesn't feel like it's secured onto the skin as much as it normally does. And I got some breakout stuff going on, but I don't know if that's from this. I don't want to say that that's from the primer. I'll update you a little bit later. Okay, so the final verdict on this primer, which the lighting is not great. If I can get closer to some better lighting here. First of all, I'm gonna say that I would only have purchased, I used the sample, I would only purchase a full size if I like found it life-changing, because I don't remember the exact price point, but it's expensive. I would need to have fallen in love with it. It does give my skin a nice glow, not gonna lie, but the foundation is definitely shifted around. I don't feel like it held down my foundation as much as I would have liked it to. Like, to me, like, glowing primers are all well and good, but for me, like, the point of a primer is to hold my foundation in place and keep it there for a long time. So like the glow is nice, but I can get a glow from, you know, other products. So I kind of feel like for me, it kind of missed the mark a little bit, but it might be something that would work for you, but I just didn't, it wasn't terrible, but didn't wow me. And I feel like I wouldn't purchase the full size because it just didn't wow me. Okay, so today is my last primer day. I told you I didn't have all that many of them. But I am actually going with the Too Faced Primed and Poreless Pure, and the Pure is rubbed off because I use this so much. This has pretty much been my constant primer, so I already know how this works. I already know that I love it, all that jazz, but I wanted to include it obviously in the review because it is in my collection. I know that this sits well on my skin. I feel like my foundation sits nicely on the skin with this. It doesn't irritate my skin, doesn't make it red. I just overall love it. And in fact, almost every makeup tutorial that I've done, probably, I don't know, for quite a while now, has been using this primer. So that's my favorite, but I will still check in a little bit later and update you on how it looks. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna do this one check-in today. The sun's still out, but it's getting later in the day and I've been running around doing wedding stuff, so I haven't had time to update you. But I mean, my skin does get a little bit shiny, but I always feel like my makeup, it stays in place. Like my skin looks nice. It holds the makeup on nicely. It doesn't irritate my skin. My skin just feels smooth when I wear it. Overall, this is just my favorite primer. And that was my primer collection. If you have any favorite primers, I would love to hear about them. Please leave them in the comment section below, especially if you have sensitive skin. If you love one that I haven't tried yet, tell me about it, girl. Share your secrets. I want to know. If you found this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up and be sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my future videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you join me next time.